So, thank you guys and ladies, everyone who has joined. Thank you very much for taking time out on Sunday. And as you know, that we have launched this day trading indicator for TradingView. It's kind of a soft launch. I'm still getting more feedback to improve it. I don't want too many people to join all of a sudden and too many issues to handle. But it's there. Product is there. It was beta tested for a while, and now it's ready. So thank you everyone who has joined us. It's about the new data indicator for TradingView. Basically, it's the same indicator if you are using my main app, the trend recognition indicator, which is more like an stock analysis software. And that software is just for the day trading, not for the day trading, on the daily time frame and on the weekly time frame. And this particular one is designed around the needs for the people who wants to day trade. And I have made this time on TradingView platform so that it can support futures, it can support cryptos, it can support any instrument which your broker allows and which the TradingView platform allows. So you have to have a brokerage account which interfaces with you with the TradingView platform. So start with this thing. First, the disclaimer: the material presented here is for education and learning purposes only and should not be taken as purchase or sell recommendations. Trading, investing in stocks and derivatives, especially futures, because I know the day trading product will be used by future traders as well, is risky and could result in a substantial loss of invested capital. I'm not a registered financial advisor with FINRA or SEC or for any financial advice. Please consult to a registered financial advisor. And what means that when you use the product and you use my services and the other main app, which is an analysis app and scanning and beta testing,
सर मैं
back
ऑफिस
testing.
में मेरा वो प्रेजेंटेशन चल रहा था।
Can you please request that if you can mute your phones? Uh, So do not share your individual personal trades and positions because I will not be able in a position to tell you that buy this stock at this price or in this much quantity and cut out. That the decision you have to make yourself or in consultation with any registered financial advisor. So moving on, today's agenda is first what and why day trading, and second one is uh, day trading indicator for the trading view. So the introduction of it. Then we will have some examples of Tesla, Light, which is a stock. May I request everyone to put their phone on mute and maybe I can mute it myself. Host control, can I mute it? I don't know. I always struggle with Zoom. Anyway, I leave it to you guys. And number four is a use of indicator. Okay, this indicator was designed with the day trading in mind, but I have seen and I will show some examples that it can equally be used in a very fruitful way on the daily and weekly time frames for the long term investment as well. So I will have, if time allows, I will give two more examples on Intel and Bitcoin. So starting with the indicator itself, so what exactly is the day trading? Most of you know it. Day trading is basically entering and exiting stocks trades quickly, maybe just a few seconds to a few minutes, a few hours. But the concept is that you should close all the trades on the daily basis, no overnight holding. So for the day trading stocks, a margin brokerage account with a minimum 25,000 US dollar balance is required to avoid PDT restrictions, which by the way are about to be lifted and they are going to reduce it maybe some 2,500 US dollar balance. I'm not sure about that, and I think it's going to be announced pretty soon. It's going to be applicable maybe in 45 days or maybe by the end of this year. You have to have a margin account, otherwise you won't be able to do the day trading unless you have a large cash balance in your account. And usually brokers allow 1 to 4 or even higher margin facility. In nature, day trading is different from the long term or swing trading, where you need to have more focus on earnings and the fundamentals of the company and its business line and other things. Day trading is more like catching moves and just closing it, try to capture some profit on daily basis. So if we move on, it could be taken as what are the opportunities, could be taken as a part-time hobby or supplemental earning generator in only 2 to 4 hours per day. My recommendation from my experience, I've been doing the day trading and other trading for more than 10 years, just for the day trading part. And I know that the greatest opportunities are in the first half of the day. Post-lunch trading gets slowed down, the size of the ranges also shrink, and you don't get enough volatility to give you an edge. Especially overnight trading is not the day trading, but right now, because of the lot of things happening in the world, markets are moving in the pre-market timing as well. So, based on my timing, which is Central US timing, as soon as 3 a.m. in the morning, if you can up at 3 a.m. in the morning or 4 a.m., you can find some good trades. And in opportunities, you don't have to spend time on the detailed fundamental analysis. You should know what the company is doing. Is it a market stock? Is it just an IPO? Is it just a meme stock, something like that? Or is it a long-term stock? Or is it a well-established company like Tesla or something else? So you should know it. Challenges are that it's not easy to learn and execute. You have to be on your computer and maybe doing multitasking and clicking and reading charts, maybe opening more than one charts, and that's kind of an overwhelming. So it's not for everyone. I'm talking about the day trading in particular. If not taken properly, it could result in big losses. And it requires psychological and emotional control. At times, you run into losses, and the human tendency is to reclaim your losses, get the money back as soon as possible. The people start doing over trading and revenge trading, which are detrimental and very dangerous for both financial health as well as psychological and emotional health. So, moving on. So, what our system does, okay, in the morning, I am providing a kind of an early movers daily list, pre-market movers lists, and I hope people who have subscribed to my services, they are receiving this in early morning. If you have subscribed and you have not receiving it, drop me a message and I will send it to you. It comes with the subscription, of course. It's a part of the package. It's an indicator plus this movers. So what this moving movers list do, it scans the market and applies certain filters to come with something around 15 to 20 moving stocks. At the bottom, you will see main market stocks. Somehow NVIDIA is missing. I will edit. Those are the main market stocks which give every day some kind of a moving range. And here, this ATR column is an average trading range for these stocks. And these are the stocks which are moving on some news, maybe. Either they have earnings or they have some analyst upgrade or downgrade or something, and some news about their product company, which is moving their stocks in the early pre-market movers. Market opens at 8:30 a.m. or 9 our time, 9:30 a.m. New York time, Eastern time. So this scans around 1 hour earlier and send a message around 12:45 is UTC time. Our time is 7:45 a.m. in the morning, Chicago time. So, for example, on the Friday, 17th of April, these stocks were found moving and passing our filters. And there were a number of filters, range, and the one thing we look at is liquidity. We want stocks which have higher volumes every day, not just this particular day. For example, Carnival has 26 million shares traded every day. AMD has 36 million. Amazon trades 52 or 53 million shares. Google trades 32 million shares on average. That's a lot of volume, and that gives a lot of liquidity to us to if they are have a good range. So, for example, up now we have a number of stocks here, and I will take example of Light and one more example, maybe Tesla. Why? So, Light has a pre-market move of $17.79, while its average is 73. In other words, for last 14 days. In other words, it still has a lot of room to move around within this average. And that gives us enough range. So if we find a better suitable entry, then we could have a range where we can capitalize on this move. Similarly, for example, AAOI, another liquid stock, has moved $3.68, was 2.34% up pre-morning right here, if you can see it. And its daily trading range is $15. So it means it's still plenty of range left for us to move around and play with this thing. Similarly, others you can see any of them. Micron 6.89 move, 1.51% move. $27 average move. So we still have a lot of liquidity, 42 million shares. So we have good amounts of range left for us to find good suitable entry. And we should always target 1:3 risk to reward ratio. It means that if we are risking $1 or $1 range, for example, for one share, then we should be targeting at least $3 move. So that if at the end of the day, if even we lose one or two trades, only one trade can make up for the losses. So that's the basic concept behind the day trading. And I'm sure quite a few people are here who do day trading and they know it. I know quite a few are already like Faisal and Shahab. I know them personally. They do day trading as well. So hopefully this tool will be very convenient for them as well. So how does it work? This is a picture. So instead of the picture, let's jump to the trading view directly. And that probably will give you a better idea. I open the trading. So this is my, this looks too messy. So let me just clean it up for you. Change it to one stock only. So this is a Tesla stock. So we will give two examples of Tesla and Light on Friday. And this is a three, when you start the indicator, so that's how it will look like. I know it looks like a bit messy, but actually once you get used to it, it's not like that. You can turn off these indicators and the band. If you know about the trading range indicator, PR indicator, so there are three stages of on the bullish trend upside and three of the downside. So we should look for this small green triangle. This is the first stage of TR indicator. And whenever it gives, it tells us that this senses a change in the trend. So for example, let's take a look at Tesla. So, and this is by the way, trading view. So you need to have a trading view account, which is free for the basic users. But for advanced users, you have to pay them a monthly fees. So you see around 3 p.m. Tesla starts moving. And you see multiple, if you are, by the way, up at 3 a.m. in the morning, which I don't recommend. So here it is one signal, second signal, third signal, and all of them is telling us that an uptrend is about to be started. And then this light green zone and this solid green zone. This tells you that the momentum has picked up and now you are in a strong buy zone. So this purple line is VWAP for the day trading is very, very important. And there are multiple signals. These, anything above that, horizontal line, this yellow line, these are intermediary kind of resistance line. And anything below this are kind of support line. So if you just happens to be here, you see this green zone starts, you are above VWAP, that's an entry. Where is the stop loss? Below these bars, maybe this 387.7 and you are at 388.4, just 50 cent stop loss, right? And you see, once you are here, in a 40 or 50 minutes time, it came here and then the green bands disappear. It means it's trying to consolidate. Whether it go down or up, we don't know. But you have already covered a good distance on Tesla. Remember, Tesla has a very high range of trading. In this short period of time, 50 cent here. So how much you should be look? Only $1.50 upside for 1:3. But here you can move even if you come out. Now this blue line is a 15 period moving average line, and it's a very important line because my experience is that when a stock or market is in true uptrend, it maintains this line. And when it breaks it on permanent basis, then generally it's a time to go toward the other side. So even if you miss it, you got up early in the morning and around 6 a.m. you saw it, another signal here. Now, you don't chase stocks at the top of this. It means that it has strong momentum, but does not mean that it will not come down. Once you see this signal, initial signal, you will try to be as close as the VWAP or this line. That's going to be your entry. So if another entry comes here, this solid, you see this solid bar, it means this is an engulfing pattern. It means that it is engulfing and coming out of range. See the size of the bar. Here is compared to this bar. So that is a green signal. And then it is try to cool down, absorb this gain, and then again started moving. That could be an entry. So around 7:45, when you see this message, this you see those two lines, dash line, that's a tight range. This is a tight range. Red means that it is sensing a tight range breakdown, and this is a green tight range. It means this is sensing an upward breakout, which failed. Both of these failed because early in the morning the ranges are very small. A news can come. Market is not open. So let's move what happens after 8:30 when the market opens, 8:30 Central. And here, since Tesla already had a move, quite a large move pre-market from 387 to 390, which is $12. So it will take time for a stock to absorb this move. And accordingly, what are the day, how the day unfolds? It was, remember, Friday was an option expression day. It was a very choppy day early in the morning. So it took time market to get out of this choppiness. And Tesla was also chopping around. Now, as a day trader, you just don't do an isolation, focusing on Tesla and don't know anything else. So in this layout, I have two monitors, two 27-inch monitors. On one, I have this chart on left side, and other on I have these two charts. These two charts are showing me the market all the time. So this is basically the futures. So you can have SPY or triple Q if you want. At the bottom, you have S&P 500. At the top, you have NASDAQ. And see what the market was doing. It was in an uptrend, both S&P and NASDAQ. Same was happening to Tesla. And same, I can very confidently say the most of the stocks in the Max 7, they will be doing this. That's why the market was doing this, whether it was Nvidia or something else. But around 8:30, market started to came down. And people who do day trading, they know that if the market has moved a big move in the pre-market time towards one side, whether up or down, market tries to come back and tries to fill back that gap. And if it is very strong, then it sometimes that gap does not fill and it comes down, finds some support. Exactly the same thing market did here. It was an uptrend. It came here. It did not go to the upside, but it finds support to the midpoint. Midpoint is another important support, and this VWAP. As long as you are above the other side or above the VWAP or the midpoint, you are in a bullish trend. So market starts finding this is the first signal after 8:30, around 8:51. This is the first signal the market is trying to create a bullish trend, and this is where the confirmation came. And this is exactly the same time when Tesla did the same thing. It came out of this choppiness. Now, this is Tesla. 1 second. Sometimes it's tricky. So let's move to the single stock layout version, which is Tesla. And market and Tesla around the same time, 9:30, did the same thing which market did. So we knew that Tesla was in a good trend. We knew the Tesla's trading range was left. Correct? We were just waiting for a good point. So when the Tesla came down, it eventually found a support at its midpoint. And when you get another signal, maybe here, but this is a big bar, so it's pushing it back. So maybe here, and when you get this green signal, this bar, then the support at the VWAP, and at the end of this 15 period indicator, moving average, and then this green zone start. That means Tesla has again resumed its bullish trend. Now, you don't, if you wait too long, then you might be up to a resistance. So as long as you are above this, a green zone is there, you are good to go. So if you even make an entry right here, which is 395, where should you look for an exit? Around this level, which is the first level resistance. You see, it found maybe it spent a few minutes and then it carried on and then it moved on to the next level, which is this line. And this is exactly where Tesla stopped. It tried to move ahead. Then it has this is the dynamic zone. It develops, the indicator develops dynamic support zone. So dynamic support zone is here. So let's say you get an entry when the green zone starts and you now realize, okay, market is you have to look at the market. Market is doing the same behavior and the Tesla is strong, is doing the same behavior. Time to go, where should be your exit or stop loss? On the downside, it should be this point. Below this bar, and this is your support zone. On the upside, it should be this line or that line. So if you around 395 make an entry or maybe 396, whatever, your entry and you have $3 stop loss or three and a half. So what should you be looking at? 15 to $18 on the upside. 395 and this is your 408, 409, but you got it around 407. So this is approximately 12, three and a half on the downside or $3 downside and 12 on approximately two and a half to three times risk to reward ratio, reward to risk ratio. Once you are here, now the green zone ultimately goes away and you see this red diamond appearing first time. That's your indicator that now is 10:45. More than 2 hours market is open. How much trading range Tesla has carried forward so far? Around 407 or 409, starting from 37. That's $22. And what was the trading range of Tesla? Remember? Let's go back. Trading range. This was the trading range for Tesla right here. It's $15. You already had Tesla has already covered $22, but its average is $15. So do you expect that Tesla will carry on the same day? No, I don't think so. Chances are there that Tesla will not do it and will again try to just be around this level or even come down, profit taking. So this is exactly what Tesla started. So this diamond, this is the first stage of the downside. This is telling you that now the chances, the downtrend has started and the uptrend is gone. So this level is your profit taking level, maybe initially at 10 a.m. or 10:45. And what did you do? In just one move, you made around $12, 407, 395. So if you just, for example, bought let's say 10 of 20 of Tesla share, that is $240 trade. And what was your risk? 20 times $3, 60. So $60 was your risk, and on the upside is $200. That should you be looking for 3:1 minimum. Because there will be trades when you will be stuck, you will be losing it all, not be easy. So hopefully you got the concept. Now take another example of LITE. It was in the early morning list, as I mentioned right here, LITE. Why did I choose Tesla and LITE? Because the LITE range is $73 average. While in the morning at that night it was only $17 or $18. Means there's still plenty of range left. Tesla only $5 versus $16. And Tesla, how much Tesla moved? $22. We just measured that. So there are plenty of range left in the LITE. So let's go back to the chart. Now, at times, things won't work your way. Some news has come. Everything just reverses. Market take a step down. Market hits a big resistance. That will affect the day trading. But for the time being, and especially on Friday was a tricky day.
Yeah.
So we move and we choose light. Okay. And this is Friday. Now the light is on the other side. Early morning, we had a small green zone. It went up at the 8:30 onwards. Now you are waiting, you're seeing the market. You remember the market was struggling early in the morning. If taking, I show you the chart of S&P 500 or Nasdaq a while ago. But once you have this diamond, it means that this bullish trend is no longer there. So the TR indicator is telling you that if you want to short, you should look at the short side Although you know that we don't do shorting, but people who do shorting, they can realize what is happening here. So it came here. Now in the shorting, it's you are in this orange zone. It means that every line up on the upside will be act as a resistance. You have VWAP, you have midpoint, you have this 15 period, and this is a confluence of line. So if it is getting down, it will not go up very easily. It will struggle here, will try, make multiple attempts, two, three times, then will go. So if you take a short entry right here, this green line, a VWAP around 906, what should you be your exit point? Something around 9. It's a big range stop. So accordingly, you have to manage your position size, maybe $8 here. So what you should be looking downside, $24. So if you are here at 955, 24 plus 9, 920, should be around 889, something like that. $24. And as you can see, it tried get here, but again it went back. And ultimately, this is your support line, 870. How much it has moved? 920 to 870, which is less than $50. It's still a big range. Now, question is, should you do shorting? If you don't do believe in shorting, don't do that. I'm not advocating for the shorting, especially when the market is in uptrend. Because when market is in uptrend, ultimately this short trend, this downward trend will ease up and will give way to the long trend. Here the situation changes. And the first time you see one green triangle, and second, now when the first time it's appearing and the stock or the market is coming from a downward trend, it's not easy for a market or for any stock to make a U-turn like this, kind of come here and goes there. That normally does not happen. It takes time. It takes multiple attempts, as I said earlier. So first attempt failed, second attempt failed, third attempt. You have a zone here. It came here. Now it came, and the trend direction has also. You see the moving every line. Now you can see that it's trying to build an uptrend here. But would you like to go for it? You know the stock is weak. Do you have enough time left in the day? Maybe not. So maybe it's not a good time to. But ultimately, a bullish trend is started, and you find this green zone. You can make an entry here. Now I don't recommend personally. Why? Because it was Friday. And generally, the trading range after 12 p.m. Central Time on the Friday are not suitable for day trading. If you, for example, make an entry right here, then you will be stuck for the entire rest of the three hours. Market will not go anywhere. And when the market will not go anywhere, the stock will not go anywhere as well. Reason being, this stock is generally is aligned with the market. So if you, for example, happens to be here, enter here, then you might make some money. Otherwise, you will get stuck. So that's the problem with the later half of the trading. Opportunities are either during the pre-market area or in the first half of the trading around, let's say 11, from 8:30 to 11:30 or 11 a.m. Beyond that, you normally won't see much happening when it comes to the day trading, specifically day trading. Okay. I see quite a few people. I hope there are no AI agent here. Sometimes people I see that AI agent and they try to record whatever you're saying. Anyway, so that's how the system works. You need to understand the system, and you need to understand the TR indicator. People who use my product, they know the TR indicator. Those are more designed for the daily trading. Now, this is equally applicable to trading in cryptos and futures as well. So, for example, let's go to this future trading and choose this future trading here. And this is NASDAQ. Okay. So, we'll go back one day. Instead of Friday, we will go back to Thursday. Why Thursday? I will tell you. Because Friday was more like a choppy day because of option expression, not much range. Although Nasdaq recovered. So 8:30 in the morning, this is how the market started, fluctuating, and then the green zone, the first stage came here. But as soon as the first stage came, the market started, and it was coming out of a bearish trend for last 3 or 4 hours. As soon as it comes out, and it crosses this VWAP line and this line, you know that you are in a, and green zone is started, you know that you are in a bullish trend for the day. So if what is this? I'm sorry, this is light again. No, I'm sorry about that. I want to go to the, and again, the light is same stock, but this is Thursday. I want to go to the, give me a second, Nasdaq. Change the layout. Okay, I need to go to the futures, Nasdaq. Anyone who's trying futures, I will strongly recommend to limit yourself to micros only if you are new to here, because futures can be very devastating for your account portfolio because of the leverage involved. So we are Thursday right here. Here is the market. Okay. Shoot. Thursday was a very good market for the market, very good day for the Nasdaq. So this is the at 6 a.m. you get one signal, failed. Second signal, then you get this green zone. Maybe you can try it very small position right here, 26,536. And you can carry it on. You can keep it as long as this green zone is here, as long as this red diamond does not appear or you do not hit some resistance like this. So even if you just make one micro at 26539 and you end up here at 26729, so how much was that? 140 points. 140, one micro means $2. So that's $280 move. What should be your risk? Obviously below this support zone, which the indicator plots for you. Now this dash, this means that it has a tight range and this is breaking out of a tight range. And it is starting a green zone, means it is starting an indicate bullish trend. So the chances of moving, and you are already above the VWAP, chances of moving higher are quite high. This is exactly what Nasdaq did. But after 8:30, it went back because I told you that it's a tendency of the market to go back to the previous day's closure or close the gap when it opens. So it tried to close it gap, failed multiple attempts, and then eventually this range breakout happens again sometime around 9:36. And then what should we target? Next line, which is here. But around this point of time, we see multiple red diamond. So this may be the time to exit if you make an entry right here around 9:30. And now beyond that, the market did not do anything. After 10:30, 11:30, you see, it just remained stuck in a range from this point to this. So that does not give an ample trading range for any day traders. So that's why people who are doing day trading, either they should look at the pre-market time or just after around the opening time when the ranges are quite high. So that's how it works on trading the futures as well. So the same indicator, same concept. There is a bit of difference when it plots these ranges. It automatically detects that whether you are working on the futures market or the stock, and it increases the width of these ranges, these zones. This is a resistance zone. This is the discount zone or the support zone. Because at the discount zone, it finds supports from the traders who see a discounted price and who are likely to come back and support the market. Over here is premium zone, means your traders are paying a premium when they are buying. So profit taking is more likely to occur. And this is exactly what it happens here. When it reaches here, profit taking occurs. But it needs a lot of patience. If you just see a band and jumps into it, maybe you start chasing at this point. And that's not the right point to chase. What should you be looking for? You should be looking for early in the morning, as close as possible to at the start of these bands in the green zone, as close as possible to the support area. Midpoint, purple line, which is VWAP, and the support area. That's the point to make an entry so that you can get a bigger range instead of getting stuck here and going nowhere, ultimately ending up in some kind of a small loss, a big loss, whatever. So that's how the system works. So I hope I explained it, and you have a number of settings here on the indicator itself. For example, you want go to the setting icon. You do not want these backgrounds, right? The background will be gone. Those second stage, third stage. You only want first stage signal here. Each person is different. You can practice it. But so you do not want this 15 period line. Check it out. The 15 period line will be gone. That blue line. want it back. But 15 period line, when you are in a strong trend, whether upward or the downward, is a good point to monitor, because you see when it crosses the 15, it struggles. And this is normally the point whether you make a decision to get out of the trade, an existing trade, if you are in. Going back to the our presentation, I think I have explained, given two examples of two stocks, LITE and uh, that stock. Which one was that? Tesla, and one future example as well. But let me give two more examples. Before we move on, let's take an example of Microsoft. There was a reason for this, that you might end up in Microsoft. It's not future, it's stocks. In stuck, getting stuck. This is Friday. So this is Microsoft. For example, at 8:30, you saw this signal. But it is coming out of a downward trend. This is a downward trend, this is a downward trend. So this is not likely to fail. And remember what market was doing? So that's why you need to keep an eye on what market is doing. So market is stabilized around 9:30, if you remember that. I told earlier, gave an example. You have to have that chart open side by side. So you know Nasdaq has stabilized around the same pattern. S&P has. So most likely you are seeing a signal here. Microsoft has gone above this VWAP and this line, and a green zone start. The most likely Microsoft will follow the market pattern, and this is exactly what it did. And where should you target your exit? This line here. But unfortunately, Microsoft did not reach that point, and then it started struggling. And then you can see that it crossed this 15 period line, and that's you should be get out if you want to protect, because the trade is over. If you make an entry here somewhere, which is 425, and this is 429, this is a $4, and maybe $1 or $2 here. So whatever, if when you make $1 or $2 on the Microsoft trade, and you traded $50, it's still $120. So protect your capital, because once this thing is started going in the other direction, Microsoft is starting a reverse pattern, and this strong green zone never appeared again. In fact, it's a good candidate for shorting after once this zone starts. But as I said earlier, I don't recommend shorting, especially during the strong market, because shorting can very easily go against against you, and can wipe out your entire trading account. Now, on the shorting side, take a note where eventually Microsoft stop right here at this zone and this line. So the support system and the target system are in fact working very well while working on the stocks. It gives you a target, and the first target was here. And you see, this is exactly where Microsoft found support. Started to try and come back, and failed where? Again at the 15-day line. And then again it started came on continuing its journey. Then it's found next level of support. And ultimately it came back and closed around this level. So indicator gives you support, indicator gives you trading ranges, signals, TR indicator gives you the right side of the trend and the areas to where get out and get in. And ultimately, obviously, there are quite a few you have to really make decisions in real time, and based on your experience, market read, and whatever market is doing. So coming back to our presentations, one more thing before we take some questions. This is for the day trading, but what I have found out that this particular for the day trading view platform is equally good on the identifying good stocks and the good patterns on the daily and the weekly time frame as well. For example, you are a crypto traders, and crypto is, by the way, very good example. Let's see Bitcoin. Go to crypto, Bitcoin US dollar right here. And we are on a 3 minute time frame. So let's go to the today's chart. This is today's chart, because crypto is being traded right now as we are speaking, 11:45 my time, 11:40, whatever. So in the morning, so you have some good time in the early in the morning, Sunday morning, and around 6 a.m. you after uh, Fajr time, you woke up and you saw this. This is a breakout here. It's giving you green signal. You make a crypto entry right here. Light green zone means second stage of trading indicator, TR indicator. And the third means the momentum is developing, bullish trend has been confirmed. This means that it is starting. And this means that momentum is also on our side. So if you make an entry in the crypto here, 75155 Bitcoin, and you just carry it on as long as you are holding this 15 period line. And when you saw this first red diamond comes, you can give it a chance. You already have a good profit here. And this is exactly where it found support, this blue line. First, it found it resistance and then it found support. It carried on. Where it found resistance, next line of resistance right here. So let's say you make an entry here, 75,155, and you make an exit here, 76. You made $1,000 on one Bitcoin straight away. Only one Bitcoin, but this is quite expensive, I know. And on the reverse side, now, as of you speaking right now, the trend has changed. Now the Bitcoin is on the just 3 minute time frame. Does not mean that is on the longer time frame it's going down. But you can take a reversal trade as well if you want. So the indicator works very well while you day trade cryptos as well, especially Bitcoin. And you can try anything. But hold on. My initial target objective was to show you on the performance on the daily and the weekly time frame as well. So this is Bitcoin, and now we are looking at the daily time frame. This is 200. Now automatically it will detect the indicator that now we are on the daily time frame. So it plots a 200-day moving averages line right here. So this is Bitcoin. Okay, you are not a day trader. You want an entry to hold some Bitcoin. So you found it's on you see when you Bitcoin is coming down, you're in a strong downward trend. So will you take a long entry here? No. The trend is telling, indicator is telling you that it's a downward trend. This is the first time at this support, this small green triangle comes. Will you take a long entry here? No. Why? It means trying to change this indicator. But since this is the first indicator after a long downward trend, it's likely to fail. This is exactly what happened. It went up, then it failed. Then again went up, again failed. But multiple attempts, and every time it comes, that tells you that if you can hold it, chances are there that it's building a base. And as soon as last time when it came, and this green zone, the first time this solid green zone start, now that's the time to make an entry in the Bitcoin. But will you chase it? No. It will again come down. Where will it find support? Again at this moving average, 50-day. This is a daily time frame. So in the daily time frame, everything changes. It's no midpoint, no VWAP. It's 50 period and 20 period. This is exactly where you have the green zone, where it came down multiple attempts to go up. You make an entry right here, 76.46. It hit 78, came down. Right now is 75.56. So that's how the indicator works on the daily time frame as well for the cryptos. But for any stock, it works on the daily because the trading view gives you an edge on the daily and weekly and monthly as well. So for example, we want to see how does the weekly time frame work in case of Bitcoin. Now this is the weekly time frame. And every time when you have a tight range breakout and you have this green time band appears, same indicator on the weekly, Bitcoin has a very good move for the long-term holder, like on October 23rd. Now the every bar shows gives you 1 week. Remember, it's not 3 minutes, it's not 1 day, it's not 1 hour, it's 1 week. When you broke out here, that was the time to make an entry. Buy point came out of this thing, green zone, you're in the third stage of TR indicator, just follow it. Follow it as when it is you you encounter this thing. It means that it's struggling. It might go up, we don't know what is going to happen, but this may be time to take profit. So for example, if you enter here 31,116 and you 65, 100% profit in 5 or 6 month profit, 5 or 6 month period. Now, when is the next time? Again, when the green zone appears right here. When is the next time? Again, the green zone appears right here. Should we get out here? Absolutely, because you are encountering a downward trend and then the trend is towards a reverse side. So you should not be long here around this level. If you are long here, get out to protect your capital because you don't know where it's going to stop. Ultimately, it found support around 200-day line, but came around 60,000. It found this. Now it's time to go long. If you want to go long for a longer period of time, it may be time. But I would wait for, right now, I'm not a day trader. I'm a long-term trader or investor in Bitcoin. So I will be waiting for this green zone to appear, this like this. Because since it's trying to reverse this trend, it will take multiple attempts to reverse this trend successfully. One attempt fails, second attempt may be successful. As soon as this green zone appears, you make an entry and then you hold it. So that's how the same indicator works in case of longer time frame like weekly or daily for cryptos. So another interesting case is stock. So let's say you're not in crypto, you want to try it in the case of stock. Go to Intel. So this is Intel Corporation, as all we know. So 2024, this is a tight range breakdown right here. You want to short Intel? This is the point. You want to short Intel? This is the point. You want to go long, buy stock Intel? No. That's why when we are below this 200-day line, that's not the right time to go long for any stock, especially when the TR indicator is telling you that you are on the wrong side of the trend. Wait for the right side of the trend. So we are on the weekly time frame. Let's move to first daily, then we'll go to weekly time frame. So we cross this 200-day line. Below 200-day lines, good things normally do not happen. I do not recommend anyone for the long-term perspective to go long below 200 line. Once you are up 200-day line, your TR indicator is in green, you buy it on this pullback here, wherever, and then you are good to go. 17 September 25, you bought it at around 25, right? Where would you like to go out? Maybe this, when you, very short period of time, you find a downward trend. November 25, but we already covered a distance from $25 to something around $35, which is 33% or more than that. Similarly, you found another entry here for the TR. Similarly, recently, here is the point. What is the date? 1st of April. Remember, I gave a swing trade to my customers and my WhatsApp group, but that was a swing trade. As soon as you get this green point, you are above these moving averages, you are on the daily time frame, good to go. You entered here something around 45, 47, and right now you are 68.5. Besides all this market noise and whatever is happening in Middle East and this and that, you are on the good side of the trade in this. But you need to have a conviction and you need to understand where the company, why the stock is going. So that because you're a long-term holder, you should understand what the company's products are, what its margins are, its fundamentals are, why market is supporting it. So the TR indicator will help you to be on the right side of the trend instead of getting stuck over here on the wrong side of the trend. And if you take a look at the weekly, now we move to the weekly time frame. I always take a look at the weekly time frame when we go long for a longer period of time. So the right time to enter TR indicator was the first, according to TR indicator, on the weekly side, if right here, $25. Right now you're in $68, less than a year, 8 or 9 months. Is it time to get out? Now, it depends upon you. For example, even if it gives a red diamond here, but it's not in a strong downward trend, chances are there to find support and will move out. This is exactly what it did. Now, when should we get out? Now, question one, how much is your profit cushion? If I entered here $22, over here I have 60, 70% profit. I can easily withhold it for 10 or 20% of profit cushion and I can give it back to them. But from here to here, it did not do anything. So from short-term traders, you see this red diamond on a daily or weekly chart, it's time to get out. For the long term, you might hold. Let's take an example of NVIDIA, for example. And weekly chart. There's a reason I'm giving you this example. Now, NVIDIA did nothing for many months. but it never gave you this kind of trend, strong downward trend. I mean, it was holding this range. As long as it was holding this range, that was fine. And if we entered here, then we still have good amount of profit cushion left. So why should we be worried if we are convinced about NVIDIA's product? And over here, NVIDIA is now on the weekly chart is breaking out. This is the tight range breakout on the weekly chart. And it means that NVIDIA has a full potential to go up beyond this 212. This is the resistance zone, and beyond that. And where is it will stop? Nobody knows for the timing. But as long as you're a long-term holder of NVIDIA, you can trust this chart and you can carry on holding this position in NVIDIA. So this is beyond day trading. So the same indicator which we were using for the day trading of Microsoft, Intel, and others on a smaller time frame, 3 minutes or 5 minutes, we can use the same concept on the same chart for the daily and weekly. And this is why I like day trading. My software is more like the app, which I sell separately, is more like an analysis software. It gives you all the 12 different strategies, scanners, backtesting, conviction score, ranges. This is more like a charting platform indicator. So I hope it's very much clear. The concept is clear. If there are any questions, I will be happy to answer. Let me very quickly go through this thing and then we'll take some questions. So when you get this day trading product, you will get a setting reference card as well as quick start guide. So to get you up and running in no time. And in addition to that, if you are in the day trading, there are many live day trading chat rooms available. I have to check this one. This is known as TradeNet chat room live. I will reconfirm it. Some time ago, it was live. Maybe they have now gone a paid subscription. And there, some traders are trading ideas and trading. So you can have a monitor and the YouTube, and sometimes it is delayed. So I will find out and give it to my customers, maybe one or two good live trading chat room where they're discussing different stocks on the go and entries and that immediately you can type that symbol on your trading view account on the trade indicator and then you can definitely follow them. But most of them, I think, they have gone to the paid subscription model because they also want to make some money. Now, risk management is very, very important. So that guide which I was just showing you over here, uh, quick start guide, has a section on the pro tips and the risk management. And I strongly recommend everyone to go through these risk management rules. This is absolutely important, very, very critical. Because number one rule is to protect your capital. You have to maintain your position size, you have to maintain your risk. Take only high reward to risk ratio of 2 to 3. Don't take 1 to 1 or low reward to risk ratio. When you move, you're in a profit, take some early partials, one third half positions especially on the day trading, so that you have some money in your pocket. So reduce the exposure and feeling good, and that's very important psychologically, feeling good. And then move your stop loss, make it a trailing stop loss so that you don't lose on that particular position. Question is, how do you know is halal stock? If you go to this, is right on this column, it tells you that is it compliant with AAOIFI status or not. So some of them are compliant, some of them are non-compliant. You can easily, on this particular sheet, all right? Otherwise, you can use my app or you can use Zoya Musaffa. They can tell you one particular stock is halal or not. Okay, going back to this thing. Now where we were, risk management. So this is something that I can spend hours on this entire day, and this is needed. Because if you are happen to be successful in one or two day trades, then you psychologically will start feeling good and confident that I have something which is hunky dory and I can make a lot of money. And this is where exactly market will turn against you and take your money back if you're not careful. So you have to cap the maximum loss of trade to only 1% of the total trading capital. You have to have a very strict policy and don't allow a profitable trade to turn and run into a loss. And as I said earlier, do not overtrade just for the heck of it. Because it's very easy. You're sitting in the front of your computer is there. It's very easy to make a trade, just a click of mouse. And then you're just doing it and you just get addicted to it. Don't do that. If you have a target of maybe 100, 200, $300 a day, you have made it, shut it off. Shut all the computers, shut everything. Because human tendency is that if you start liking something and it is in front of you and it's very easy to get in, you will get into it. And then again, probably you will get into the wrong location, something like here, thinking that you are a champion or you understand everything and you have the best system in the world with you. That's not the case. Market is very good at turning against you, and exactly the same time you will get trapped. So you need to just limit yourself, so that okay, I will only limit to the good location, good point, at a good time. My target is done. I'm finished for the day. That's it. As far as the day trade is concerned. And I'm telling you this from my practical experience, okay? Not someone else. That this is very easy to, it's a trap that everyone very quickly falls into. So going back to our risk management rules, I can share the slides with risk management. Please go through it. What if the strategy does not work? There will be time when the strategy will not work. Market will be too choppy, too dangerous to trade. And a good time is if you find one or two consecutive losses, then you stop, evaluate the market. Maybe it's not a good day to trade. Maybe it's not a good time to go long on any stock. If the market is falling or falling sharply on some news or then it will take some very good stocks along with it. So if three consecutive loss in a row, it's time to just close everything and take a rest. And if you have lost 6% of your account value in a month, then it's really hard time to take a very hard look at your trading methods and system. And maybe close the trading for at least a month or switch to the simulated trading mode. In trading view as well, there is simulated trading view where you do not lose any money, real money. You just lose a simulated amount. Okay, it's a separate package, Shahab. The main package is not designed around day trading. Main package is for the long-term trading and investing. It's weekly commentary. The main package, if you go to my website, this is the main package. The main package is this one. This is AI powered web-based. This day trading indicator is just a TR indicator plotted for the design and program for the day trading needs only. That's it. So that's a different package. This is a different package. These are the things which you are getting with the complete analysis software, with the main software. Now, how to get this thing? If you go to my website, the website link is here, analyzestocks.net. On the main page, you will get this weekly commentary, a stock page, which I'm going to send for my customer for today, for Sunday, for the upcoming week, in a short while. Then the best value is if you go for the monthly package, you get $275 a year or $25 a month for the, and this is the Excel version, the classic version. Now, if you want to go for the trading day trading indicator, you can, and if you are already an elite customer, elite means this 275 for a year, this web-based package, then you will get 50% off. So otherwise, for anyone, just you like day trading indicator, it's $20 a month or $200 a year if billed annually. But if you already have an elite package, this one, it will be 50% off. In other words, instead of $240 a year, it will be just $120 a year. Or for the monthly package, if you are here at this $25 a month monthly package customer, then it will be just $16 a month. So this is different from that one. Okay. Can I trade under 18? Yeah, I mean, you are under 18. I have a question. The question is, can I trade under 18? If you are under 18, I think you can. There are some requirement for under 16, as far as I know, that an adult needs to supervise you. Otherwise, you can open an account with brokerage. Let's say you are 17 years old. I know a friend of my son who's just turned 18 and he has been doing trading for many, many years. In fact, in some cases, I have learned quite a few things from him. And he's just 18 or 19 years old now. And that's another question I was asked. So I hope this pricing is very clear. This is $20 a month. But if you buy this with, and you already am an elite customer, you want to have an add-on, you have 50% discount on it. Okay. Any more questions? Please feel free to ask. I hope you
Sabri
like
sir,
it.
can the brokerage stop you from trading more than 2 or 3 transactions a day?
Say again?
So can they stop you or limit you from doing more than 2 or 3 transactions a day?
It depends upon whether you have $25,000 in cash in that account or not.
Okay. So
If you do
as
not
long as
have
you have
20,
more than that, they should be okay.
if you have more than that, then you are okay.
Okay. So there's no limit on
No, no.
transactions.
Question, what was the question about Meta, Microsoft, Amazon? There are differences in how different platform calculates it. AAOFI is one standard, but some analysts take another deep look at different components of the system. So you will always find this difference of opinion when it comes to the questionable or not. In my system as well, you will find many of them questionable. Like these items, you see non-compliant, questionable. Some of them you'll find compliant, so there will always be a difference of opinion. Okay.
Okay.
Any more questions? If you want to evaluate any other stocks or this, I hope you like it. This day trading indicator, let's say you're not subscribed to the analysis software, is I have found it very useful and very much applicable even on the daily and the weekly time frame. You can make it to day or week, and you can see the daily or weekly trend for any stock in no time. Take a look for this is daily time frame for Nvidia. As soon as you found this is give you this indicator, you are above this line. That's the time to make an entry around 183 or maybe 175 straight away. Two questions I asked: how do you find halal flag in your web portal? There is a I had to go to the web portal then and share the subscription details again, Avin. So that's not difficult. If you go to my website, if you're on the app, not the website. On the app, there is a on the bottom side main page, stock analysis page. On the bottom left, there is an AAOFI checkbox. Just set it on, and you will see the status on every page. I will show it to you if I can. Subscription details you wanted, I can show it again. I'm on the main website. On the home, this is the main page here. This is just for the weekly and commentary analysis, $10 a month or $110 a year. For the full AI powered web-based advanced stock analysis software is $25 a month or $275 a year. If you want to, for the day trading indicator, and as I said, day trading indicator works for every instrument, commodities, cryptos, stocks, futures. If you want to buy it as a standalone product, it's $20 a month or $200 a year. If you change it to this, it will be $200 a year. Best value is that you get $275 a year, that is stock analysis software. Then you will get 50% off on this value. So it will be $120 a year. Or if you are subscribed to the monthly package, which is $25 a year for the AI power system, then you can add the day trading for $16 per month. So it will be $25 plus 16, which will be $41. Okay. As far as that web page, there was a question on how do you get that AAOFI. If you log in here, so on the main page on the stocks analysis app, go to the left bottom side. This is AAOFI screening. This is checked here. So this will give you details of any software which you enter here, for example, QBTS. And when it will analyze, it will give you the detail whether it's questionable or not, according to its algorithms. So this is a quantum computing stock. Most likely it's going to be questionable. So here it is, non-compliant. This is what it tells you. Now, for those of you who are customer of this thing, I have added another indicator, power zone, daily and weekly, which I'm going to have a separate session on this, and it has been added here. For example, if you analyze NVIDIA here, update this thing, you will find the power zone is giving a weekly trigger on right here. And that's why its conviction score is going to 6.5. And you see the many of the backtesting strategies on the NVIDIA, they're giving signal, new signal for 50 period weekly ML line, 30 period weekly EMA signal on. Now, NVIDIA, if you just recall on here, NVIDIA, and this is daily, I just showed it to you here. This was the power zone I was talking about, tight range breakout on the weekly chart from right here. So what, in other words, that software which I was sharing with you, this is a signal. Power zone weekly triggered this green signal. So this is telling you that on this NVIDIA chart, this signal has been triggered. Okay? Non-compliant means yes, they are not halal. They're not complying. What is a broker? Zafir, I think you are new. Broker is someone who's licensed because you do not buy stocks and sell stock directly on exchange. In order to do that, you need to be a member of a stock exchange. And the companies who are member of stock exchange like Charles Schwab, Fidelity, Webull, Interactive Brokers, E-Trade, Morgan Stanley, Merrill Lynch, they are brokers as well. So they provide you access to their. So through them, you have a sub account with them, and through them, you buy and sell stocks. And in order to do day trading, you need to connect your day trading platform, which is in this case TradingView, to that brokerage account, enabling you to make to make trades. Weekly trigger means good for weekly trading than daily. Yes, weekly means on a long-term basis, this is a long-term signal, just like this one. It means for several weeks you can expect that NVIDIA will continue. It's because it is still in the second stage of third stage is this dark green. NVIDIA is breaking out on a weekly chart, and will expect it, and it's a buy signal at this point of time with your what would be your stop loss right here, something below close this thing, which is 167, 170. Ideally, otherwise, I do not recommend anyone more than 8 to 10% stop loss. But in any case, NVIDIA is giving us a power zone breakout. This is the power zone, tight range breakout, and it is likely to go up. This is what it means. Zafir, because there are quite a few people here, if you are 16 years old and you want to get into trading, you can drop me a message separately through there is a contact form on my website. Go to my website, analyzestocks.net, and give me your details or drop me a message through WhatsApp, whatever. And I can guide you how to set up a brokerage account, or you need to contact a brokerage account and open an account. And probably if you are 16 years old, you will be needing someone as a guardian to supervise your trading account. They won't let you open and do it independently, maybe under the supervision of your father or some mother or someone else. Okay, if not anything else, any other stock you'd like to see? I showed you Intel, I showed you others. Let's take a look at this strong stock, SNDK, on this trading view indicator. This is how it looks like. Now, on a weekly period, it's comparatively a new stock. So we don't have much data beyond last year's. Maybe switch to the daily time frame. So for example, you anticipated it here. You sense it, this is the first stage signal. And then again it came here and found support here. And you make an entry at 275. What period? 5th of January. Just imagine where are you right now? Around 1000, 920, something like that. This year, 5th of January 26, and you were just following TR indicator on a daily time frame for 7 days. Now, where would you get out? You enter here, you get out here when you find this, because it's struggling. But again, it found support. Where it found? Right here, it found support here. So my concept about that is Wall Street probably is crazy, and traders crazy about this particular stock. So anytime this strong stock will come down to this level or this level, it is more than likely to will get support here. Definitely. Every time when it comes to this green zone, it makes a very good move. From 5th January to today is what, 19th April? Approximately 300% move. Yes, Salim. Uh, additional package is because day trading is for different product made for trading view. The elite account is for my main web-based stock analysis system. That is not on the trading view. So there are two different. The indicator is the same. It's programmed differently in the. This is the day trading package, and you need to use an add-on here, or if you, because you are a monthly subscriber, add on monthly $16 per month, and that will give you access to both of these. And this is just for the people who are already subscribed to the our elite subscription only. Okay, so I was trying to explain how good or bad this system is on good stocks. So it gives you very good signal when it comes to the day trading, it comes to the alhamdulillah on the daily time frame, and the same indicator is plotted on Excel as well as in the web-based system as well. But in the web-based system, you have much more than this TR indicator. You have power zone, you have Ichimoku, you have relative strength, you have accumulation and distribution, you have different investment idea lists, seasonality, patterns. Elite means this package, which the based web, AI powered web-based system. This is stock analysis system, the complete system. One is the classic Excel version, which many of my customers have in Excel, but that's not AI based and web based. That's for Microsoft Excel. And Elite means this system. This is Elite. This is Elite on the main page of analyzestock.net. This one is the middle one is Elite. And the day trading is a separate product which you need to have it as an either as an add-on, and as I said, my Elite customer will get a 50% discount on the subscription of day trading. Okay. Any further questions? Any clarification? If you want to drop a message, go to the contacts on the main website and drop your name, email, and whatever you want. Like Zafir is interested in something to know about how to open an account, other. I would like to definitely like to help them as much as I can. If no more question, then thank you very much. It's an hour and 15 minutes. I hope you like the presentations. And to my Elite customers, if you need a copy of the presentation, I can send it to you. It has a lot of good stuff, like the on the risk management side and on the challenging day side and on the positioning side. And I will upload the recording on the my YouTube channel as well and provide the link to everyone through our Facebook threads and WhatsApp pages. And thank you very much for being here. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Any more questions? I'll be happy to answer. If no, then let's call it a day. Thank you very much, sir. I hope to see you again. Bye-bye. Have a
Thank
nice
you.
weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you.